Welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk with Angel and Nathaniel, an interview series designed to reconnect with our peers on a professional and personal level. Each episode will feature a special guest from the department, and we hope to learn something new about one another in our post-pandemic world. Today's special guest is Eva. How are you
Hey,
today?
Hello, how are you? I'm great. I'm doing great.
Good.
that's fantastic.
Yes,
Okay.
we're go
Glad to
ahead.
have you. No, you're fine. Glad to have you as part of our interview series. I'm definitely looking forward to, having some nice casual conversation with you.
Right.
That's right. That's
Me
right.
as well. Right.
That's right. So you know how this works. We go back and forth, take turns asking questions. So today's questions, I get some fun ones. Once we
Yeah.
get a little bit of the, housekeeping out of the way. So I get the luck of the draw to get fun ones today. So my
Yeah.
first question for you is tell me about your role in the insurance agency. What do you do? What's your day to day?
So obviously I'm an insurance agent in a store in Wadsworth. Um, so we are entertaining guests as they come through the door, getting them to see if they would like an insurance quote, which we just kind of assume they do. And
Well, of course, everybody wants an insurance quote.
And if they don't, we'll just call you later and I'll get the information and take care of it later. So, and then always, on waiting for inbound calls and the office, writing,
Okay.
following up with emails, all that office type stuff.
Great.
So you come to us as part of an acquisition. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I started with the Akron Auto Club,
Okay.
which was great. It was fantastic to actually work out this way because I got my feet wet into the company and I
Mm-hmm.
had great trainers. The Akron office had fantastic people there. And the tenure was in even in Oak, but the tenure was crazy. It was like these people are good. I want to
Right.
be there. So they helped me. I mean, obviously other agents like Jim Adams,
Sure.
I have to shout out to him because he made me this way today, and Becky Keyser and
Excellent.
all of those people there helped me so much. And so from there, Oak came along and nurtured us and watered us and got us growing
Right.
so we could just perform like a big huge sunflower and just
Right.
spread it all over the place. It was crazy. So yeah, I liked that. I got my feet wet, and then this is crazy busy, which is great,
It
right?
is,
But
right.
it made that insurance family so much more bigger and better. So there's wonderful people here to help you do anything. They're always ready to help you. So that's
I
wonderful.
love
Completely
that.
agree. That's the
Yeah,
big thing that I love about our environment, our culture is that everybody is so willing to help, but not only help, but wanting to see you succeed. So it's
right.
not like, I'm just focused on me and mine and, I don't have time for you, but it's, hey, what can we do to be successful as a team and grow
Exactly.
together? I love your sunflower reference there. So we're all looking to grow in some
Mhm.
kind of area. We all have ways or in areas of improvement, and it's good to be able to see what other people are doing, what's making them successful, and then being able to apply that to ourselves. So
Exactly.
I think one thing I appreciate about you so much is that you ask for help and you are okay to make changes. There are times when people will ask help and they don't really love the answer, but you are definitely one that takes the information
Well, thank you.
and uses it. So I appreciate that about you. You're an easy person to train, and that's we can't say that about all folks.
right.
Can't do it unless I learn, and that's
Right.
somebody telling me how to do it. So I need to try. I always read the directions when I get something too before I even do anything. I don't throw it in the trash and then
Good for
try.
you.
Sorry.
That's
I
a
mean,
rare skill there.
Mhm.
So that leads to my question, which I get more of the serious ones. Angela gets the
oh,
fun ones today. So, but I won't say too serious. But so I take this lead from Angel. We all don't. grow up wanting to be insurance agents. So, we weren't born to be insurance agents. So what led you to this career in the insurance industry as a whole? Not necessarily to AAA, but just to the insurance industry.
So I had I don't want to say change of life, but I had a huge sever where I was and what I wanted to do next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of thought about this still being with people, helping people, talking with people, and not something of like a call center or
Right.
something like that. So you're still out helping. As insurance, it kind of came to me just talking with people
Sure.
about what was going on. And I tried a couple different agencies,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to actually Becky for the interview, and she said she'd get back to me. They had hired a gentleman, and then he walked out, like, I don't know, 3 weeks later, and she said, "Do you wanna come back?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." So it was kinda meant for me to come to this place
Right.
at that time. So it just kind of fell into place. I thought it was a good way to still reach out and be with people,
Mm-hmm.
but not, as my previous career had
Sure.
been, a little intense. So
Okay.
So you can't say that without saying what your previous career was. You've
So
got to, we're pulling up
so
my fingernails.
sorry. I was grew up from high school, got married, had kids, went
Mm-hmm.
to college, became a RN, worked on the floor for about 5 years and stepped down and went to critical care and
Oh,
worked 10
wow.
years there and did 2 years of open heart, and I
Oh,
was done.
man.
I
That's a
was
lot of
done.
stuff.
So it's great. People are just sometimes, whoa, you don't make the money. I'm like, right, you don't. But
Right.
it changed it to me, and I don't want to say bad. It's not a negative thing, but it just became a business instead of helping people and being at the bedside and helping. That
Right.
it became just, yeah, a little too much
And money
business.
isn't everything, right?
No, it's not.
Right. I was fortunate to have that, be able to make that change, and
Right.
not live on. And so it was a very different way of life, but you still have that old little nurse thing in you. But
Yeah. Well, that goes to show, that I know I've said this before, you're a servant of the people, just being able
try
to help
very hard.
people
Mhm.
in other ways, may not necessarily be able to help them physically, but there is other ways that you can make an impact in someone's
Absolutely
lives
right.
as far as, saving them from, whatever catastrophe from a home is concerned. So just
Right.
being able to be there. So I definitely commend you on that, and I can
Thank
see
you.
that that's why you can be successful in this area or this field as well. So
I think
Thank
you
you.
also may have identified yourself as the resident nurse. So if you start getting medical questions like, I have a hangnail, I think it's
right,
infected, what do I do?
that's
That might
right.
be starting coming to you now.
That's okay.
That's
I'm
right.
okay with that.
So
Excellent.
you've talked about the before and you've talked about the now, but tell us, what is a lifelong dream that you want to achieve?
That was my hardest question to answer. I mean, obviously, your retirement, and then what do you want to do? You're looking 5, 10 years, whatever
Right.
down the road. But there's things that you haven't done. Maybe travel more, right?
Hmm.
Maybe get up and jump out of that airplane that I keep wanting to do that I haven't done yet. Um, balloon ride. I don't know that there's anything huge that I can just
Hmm.
say. Just be healthy and keep on living and enjoying this this part of my life. So because I have a lot of stuff going on family wise, it's wonderful. So I don't
That's
know where that's
great.
going to take me.
Sure.
Just going to go with it. Then
Right.
I'm not disappointed, right?
That exactly. Exactly. And you can, jumping out of planes and those hot air balloons, more power to you. I'll watch from the ground.
Oh, shoot. That's funny.
So that leads to mine. So give 3 positive character traits that you feel make you feel successful.
So yeah, one is just being positive, having a
Yeah.
positive attitude. That's huge. A lot of people aren't happy when they call you. They're not
Right.
huge happy about you calling them, right? But
Right.
have a conversation instead
Hmm.
of, making it a business, and not pressure. Um, being here anywhere,
Hmm.
having a nice, I think, strong work ethic,
Right.
coming in and doing it's repetitive. It's, sometimes it's just dull, sometimes it's over the top, busy,
Hmm.
but come in and to me, do your job and do it well. And at the
Right.
end of the day, it's going to be okay.
Hmm.
So strong. And then just having the knowledge to do what you do, I think
Right.
makes it a positive because it's hard when you're struggling if you don't have that. So here, it's never a problem to find that. If there's something, and
Great.
it's always change, there's always change. It's never stagnant. So you got to be open for that. So it's
Right.
wonderful. I don't know if that helps the three things, but
No,
that
that's
helps me.
those are all great. Being positive to me is that's the number one on my list, because if you can, how you take on your day and being a positive, putting positive vibes out there in the world, that does help with your clients, that helps with retention, that helps with referrals, because people want to be around positive people. People want to be influenced by positive people.
Right.
So, there's so much that can come out of that. And that just goes with the work ethic, it goes hand in hand. So I completely are on board with all those character traits that you listed.
Good. Thank
And
you.
I agree that you have them all.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
thank
are
you.
correct. So, next question for me. What is one thing that most people don't know about you? So I pulled out the nurse piece of it, so you can't use that one. So, right.
Um, I don't really have hobbies or I don't play music or whatnot. So I'm not sure um, that I have anything like unique other than I have two sons, right?
Okay.
One son is married and has five daughters.
Oh, wow.
So I have five granddaughters. If nobody
Right.
knows that, that's may or may not be there, but it's fun. And maybe people don't know because I go there different places with them and they think that I'm their
Mhm.
mother and not their grandma. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
That
that's not
is.
a bad problem to have in
Not at
common.
No.
all. Not at all.
No. So I don't have anything else obviously that I would
No deep, dark secrets you're wanting to reveal on today's Coffee Talk episode.
probably not.
Hey, it's worth a shot. I
Right.
get
We can
braver
only
and braver
ask.
with every episode.
Right.
Right, right. It's just you don't know. Like, is this something big or is it just
Right.
like, well, all right, it's not big enough, I guess.
Mhm.
So my next one would be, what's one thing you wish you'd known when you started working at AAA, or what advice would you give to a newbie, someone that's just starting out?
And that was another difficult one. However, um, coming in as a newbie, obviously you're going to get a great teaching. You're going to get great skills learning by the trainers here, obviously, right?
Hmm. Right.
Just Angel created this. So
Right.
reach out, reach out for help. Everybody's going to be able to help you, just be prepared. Like I said, to get that knowledge and just kind of absorb all of those different things. And if you don't know, then ask because we've got a great big bunch of people that'll help you without a doubt. They'll
So
help you.
I asked this question to another store agent in our last coffee talk, but it's interesting just for people watching. But how long do you think it took you to feel comfortable in your role?
Mm. I'm kind of still doing that.
Okay.
It is. Um,
I love it.
it does. I would think initially, like from Akron, it's like a year. I would think because you're. And then when we took, Oak came over, that was a big on, on taking or intake. So that was like a whole new
Hmm.
company you were working for, right?
Sure.
Right.
Typically. So
Totally different processes, right?
right, right.
Mhm.
So that kind of took, a little bit of time, 6 months, year worth transitioning all of
Right.
those things. So patience, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keep reaching out for help, those types of things, because it won't be one day, 6 weeks, of training and you're good. It's a new
Right.
process all the time. So just feel comfortable that you're going to keep growing in knowledge and
Yep.
accept that. Right.
And that's a great way of putting it. Being in the mindset of consistently growing, I think helps you, go above and beyond as far as trying to reach your own personal goals.
Right.
No one ever wants to get to a point, or at least I'm sure most people don't want to get to the point where they're just complacent or they feel stagnant. So having the challenge and always trying to learn and grow is not going to do anything but help pour into yourself to help you reach your ultimate potential, which is being the best that you can absolutely be. So
That's what I was going to say. Exactly.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I love it. I mean, that's what I meant.
right.
Right.
What you said.
Oh, that was very eloquent. Thank you. Absolutely. So I'm going to become uneloquent, if that's a word. And if it's not, I'm making it up.
It's yours.
But
It's yours.
yeah, that's right. But we're entering into the couple of questions that Nathaniel and I think we are experts on profiling. Yeah, profiling our folks.
That's
So
right.
what we found is that these answers typically are an explanation of the personalities of the people we ask. So no pressure, no pressure.
Right.
Nobody's going to come and pick you up and take you away if the answer is crazy. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
So, okay, my next question. What is your favorite TV show? The one you're always watching on repeat.
So it depends on who's with me. So,
Sure.
so
Right.
if my husband's there, it's always, and you talk about profile, it's always like Blue Bloods or NCIS. There's always that Seinfeld Friends thing.
Right.
But then if I'm by myself, it's like, that's gonna leave me. The pioneer nurse, what's her name?
Oh,
Dr. Quinn.
Dr. Quinn, thank
Dr.
you.
Quinn.
Yeah.
And my mom was a nurse, so I know the show. So for those wondering how I know about Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman.
Right.
Yeah.
He watches that on repeat.
Yes.
I think we needed to find out what he was. Yeah.
Right.
That's your deep, dark secret.
It is. Well, not anymore. It's out there. Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Quinn,
He's told
medicine
the world.
woman. Right.
So that totally is you. You have the nurse side, right? And then you have the kind of you mentioned skydiving and all kinds of dangerous and high excitement activities.
Right.
And so that kind of lends itself to the other piece. So see, we're not far off with this. If we ever need a side gig, we could totally be psychologists.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
I think you could.
Yeah, we're good at reading people, and by knowing the shows that they watch, we can kind of figure out really what's going on there. So
that's right. That's right. And that's what makes you guys helpful here too, because you can use that and just you're figuring people out and you know what they need. So
yeah, everybody learns a different way. Everybody needs different coaching. So you're absolutely right.
Right. So we go back and we reanalyze all of the coffee talks to figure out how we can help people. So
that's right. Actually, what we do is we go back and think about the funny faces that we made when we were on here. And wish we would stop doing that.
You don't realize that till you watch yourself.
No.
So.
Right. So
I'm the loudest one at the soccer fields too. So everybody's telling me.
I love it.
That's how you draw people to you. Then you can ask them about insurance. So there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it.
I do that too.
That brings me to my question. So what are you most satisfied with in your job?
Obviously, there's great benefits and there's great pay, but coming in every day knowing it's a good, safe, positive environment, I think that makes me comfortable and satisfied that I can do a good job without feeling pressure all the time, or it's not I think it's just satisfying to look around and people just maybe they don't want to talk about insurance in the store, but I can help them and they're looking, and we're back into travel. So people are starting to get more excited about that. So there's that satisfaction that people aren't so unnerved by everything in the world being upside down. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
It
here
does.
we
It
go.
does. No, it does. Being comfortable in your environment definitely will make you feel more comfortable.
But exactly what you said. We talked about it a little bit earlier. One thing is, if you go to work to make money, you're always going to be searching for something, right? And so you got to have a fulfilling job. You got to have a job that really you go in every day and you love it and you appreciate what you do. And it sounds like that's the case for you.
It is. It is. No, I like commission, but don't get me wrong. But I mean, I'm
Right.
striving
You're not
for
working
those
for
goals.
free. You're not volunteering.
But
if you
yeah,
were miserable, I couldn't see you doing it, right? If it made you
right,
unhappy, the commission doesn't really matter. So
right,
yeah.
right.
Yep, I get it. Absolutely. Okay. Last question. This is the one we say I feel like you have the personality that you would totally sing or dance. Because you're just one of those people. I love that about you. So I'm offering ahead of time if you'd like to sing or dance. We are all for that. But what is one song or artist that you're embarrassed to admit you like?
Wow. So I'm not going to sing or dance for you today.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I kind of would. We were on a cruise ship one time, and I started doing that shuffle. It was started, and my son's like, "I have no idea, Mom. I have no idea where you got that. What are you doing?" So yeah, it was kind of fun to just spontaneously do stuff like that. It's fun. So the artist,
the Cupid Shuffle, is that what it's called?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yep,
There's a
yep.
whole lot of shuffling.
Yeah, sorry. It was a Cupid. So yeah, it was
Okay.
fun. And of course, the girls help me do all of that. So it puts more energy in everything. So you got Granny out there doing the Cupid shuffle, which is awesome. Yeah.
I've decided I
So-
want to be your friend outside of work because you sound
Yeah.
way too fun.
It is. It just you have to be, and then
Well, you don't have to be because I know a lot of people that aren't, but I definitely think
Right.
you are.
well, correct. It
Uh-huh.
makes it. But the song or the artist, I don't even know so there's a huge genre that it's 50s music, 60s music is like no really country stuff
Got
per
it.
se.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a Jesus freak, so that'll be playing. But then there's also Rammstein. There's also some heavy metal that it's awesome. So there, I don't know if I could take one, but I do have some surprises because it's that nice no country, but
No
give me
country.
give me some Rammstein or a little dark heavy metal. I'm okay with that too.
I love it.
I love
Love
it.
it.
You're
No rap.
well-rounded. And rap.
Try to be.
Yep. If I'm exercising, I have rap on.
Do ya?
hear- Yep.
It is good for that. Absolutely. Apparently, I don't exercise. I don't exercise.
Well, turn on your rap and see what it does.
Right.
I will do that. I will do that.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
Well, again, thank you for taking time out of your day to meet with us today. Just another episode of Coffee Talk, everyday people, everyday conversations. Looking forward to our next episode. Have a great day.